Okay, so today we're going deep on gears and pulleys.
Right.
We see them everywhere. We kind of know what they do.
Yeah.
But how many of us can really say we understand, like, the why behind these amazing machines?
Exactly.
Luckily, we've got this super cool design and technology document
Yeah.
to help us unlock those secrets.
Absolutely.
So think of this deep dive as your, like, express lane to
Okay.
total gear and pulley mastery.
Gear and pulley mastery. I love it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so let's kick things off with gears.
Okay.
We know they've got teeth. They work together in these intricate systems.
Yeah.
But what makes those teeth so important?
You know, it's funny you should say that because it's actually the interlocking of those teeth that allows for that transfer of motion and force in such a precise way.
I see.
So it's really all about that connection and how they work together.
So it's not just about making things go round and round.
Not at all.
There's a lot more to it.
Yeah, like think about a bicycle going uphill.
Okay. When you're pedaling, you're turning a larger gear that's connected to the pedals,
Right.
which drives a smaller gear on that back wheel. And that's actually what's changing the force needed to make it easier to go uphill.
So it's like the gears are giving you like a mechanical advantage to get up that hill.
It's a classic example of mechanical advantage.
Okay.
And the beauty of it is that gear ratio, like the size difference between those gears, determines how much that force is amplified.
Wow.
So a larger gear turning a smaller gear means you need less force, but you gain speed.
Okay.
A smaller gear turning a larger gear means more force, less speed.
Oh, so there's like a trade-off.
There's always a trade-off.
Force and the speed.
Yeah. And that's how...
Depending on the gear setup.
That's how you tune these systems to do all kinds of amazing things.
That's so cool how something so simple can have so many applications. Think about car transmissions, for example.
Right.
They use a whole system of gears with different gear ratios to optimize for different driving conditions.
Wow. So it's like way more than just making things go round and round.
Way more.
All right. Well, let's shift gears.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
To pulleys.
All right. Let's do it.
So we've got this wheel with a groove for a rope.
Yeah.
Why are these things so important?
Well, you know, at their core, pulleys are all about making lifting easier by redirecting force.
Okay.
So if you've got a single pulley, you can pull down on a rope to lift a weight up.
Right.
Makes it feel way less strenuous.
I see.
But where the real magic of pulleys comes in is when you start using multiple pulleys in a system.
Yeah, you know, that blew my mind.
It's amazing.
When I first learned about that.
It really is.
So explain how these multiple pulley systems make lifting even easier.
It's all about spreading out the work over a greater distance. So with more pulleys, you're pulling more rope, but you need less force to lift that same weight.
That's incredible.
Yeah, think about something like a theater curtain.
Right.
Those things can be surprisingly heavy.
Yeah.
But with a pulley system, raising and lowering them becomes super easy.
It's effortless.
Almost effortless.
And that's not all our source material also talks about.
Yeah.
Sailboats and cranes using pulley systems.
And those are dealing with some serious weight.
So tell me a bit more about how those work.
Well, it all comes down to that scalability of pulley systems. Like you can use more pulleys to lift even heavier objects, distribute that weight even more.
So it's like the more pulleys, the more power.
In a way, yeah, you can think of it like that.
That's so cool.
It's a fascinating concept.
It really is. It's amazing how these simple machines can be combined in all these ways.
Absolutely.
To tackle all sorts of challenges.
It's a testament to human ingenuity.
Speaking of challenges, this document throws us a real curveball here. A smoothie bike challenge.
Oh, yeah, the smoothie bike.
So tell me about this. What's the idea behind this?
It's a brilliant way to see these principles in action.
Okay.
We've got human power. We've got a blender we need to power.
Yeah.
And the challenge lies in figuring out how to make that happen using gears and pulleys.
So we're pedaling a bike.
Right.
But how do we transfer that energy to actually power the blender?
Well, that's where the fun begins. Right?
What kind of gear setup would we even need for that?
It's all about figuring out that optimal gear ratio.
Right.
You want a system that will efficiently transfer the energy from your pedaling to the blender blades.
So maybe a big gear on the pedals
and
a small gear on the blender.
That could be a good starting point.
To really increase that speed.
You'd want to experiment and see what works best.
And then could we also incorporate pulleys into this?
Absolutely.
I mean, could we use a pulley system to like lift ingredients up into the blender while we pedal?
Now you're thinking outside the box.
I know, right?
That's what we like to see.
This is blowing my mind.
It's a really cool challenge.
It really is. It makes you think about all sorts of possibilities.
Yeah.
And, beyond the fun factor, I think this really highlights the power of human ingenuity.
Oh, absolutely.
And simple machines.
Definitely.
For creating a more sustainable future.
It's all about thinking differently about the resources we have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we've gone pretty deep on gears and pulleys.
Yeah, I think so.
We talked about how they work. Their real-world applications.
You did.
And even how we could use them.
Yeah.
To power a blender with a bike.
That was a fun one.
It's pretty incredible stuff.
It's really a testament to the power of simple machines.
And how understanding these core principles can unlock so much potential for problem solving.
Problem solving and innovation, absolutely.
Well, on that note,
okay,
I think it's time to leave our listeners with a final thought.
Like it.
What other everyday tasks could we rethink?
Ooh.
Could we use human power and these simple machines to create even more sustainable solutions?
That's the question, isn't it?
It is, and that's what we want all of you to think about. So keep your eyes peeled.
Keep those eyes peeled.
You'd be surprised how many gears and pulleys are silently working all around you.
They're everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're making our lives easier every day.
It's true.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on this gear and pulley deep dive.
My pleasure.
It's been a fascinating journey into the world of these amazing, simple machines.
Simple but mighty.
Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.
Always be curious.
Bye, everyone.